I'm not exaggerating when I say Puss in Boots: The Last Wish changed my life. And when I say changed my life, I mean it changed the way I view film as a medium, and specifically animated film. Ever since the release of the Academy Award-winning Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the animation industry has been forced into a new age of innovative, stylized 3D animation, as to not keep pushing out the homogeneous, realism-driven, CG animated movies that were a staple of the mid-2000s to mid-2010s. And of course, that's not to call that style of animation bad or useless, because there are so many amazing films made in this era that will forever be iconic and important to animation as a developing medium. But I feel like the industry just got so comfortable basically pushing out the same looking stuff. But like I said, Spider-Verse changed that. And DreamWorks are the first major animation studio to follow Sony Animation's lead, first with The Bad Guys, and now Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and have just given audiences even more reason to expect more interesting and creative animation and art styles from animation in the future. All I can say is, your move, Disney. To start gushing about this movie, which is basically all this video review is going to be, The Last Wish is an incredible spectacle of perfectly directed action, popping with colour and visual flair. The opening musical/action sequence is the perfect presentation of all the great things this film does well. From the sense of scale that immersed me in a fight between a talking cat and a giant, the immediately catchy diegetic music, the witty dialogue and humour, and of course Antonio Banderas' stellar voice acting as the titular feline hero. All the elements of film form come together in this movie to create some of the most entertaining action sequences I've seen in a long time. The film also incorporates the Spider-Verse-esque technique of dropping frames on characters, but specifically during action scenes, as to emphasize every movement and add effect to every impact. The vast array of widely different fairy tale characters means this film has a lot of variety for the audience. It kept me interested in seeing more from its world throughout. The art style in The Last Wish is made to invoke a watercolor paint style as to emphasize the storybook feel of the Shrek world, and it greatly adds to the wonder of the franchise. And I really hope a potential Shrek 5 also has this same art style. In regards to the narrative and plot, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish excels in this field as well. The concept of death, despite its more mature connotations, is something dealt with a lot in animated movies accessible to kids, but this movie delves into it a lot deeper than most. Puss has to deal with being on the last of his 9 lives, and the plot is driven by his fear of death and wanting to get them back. The film has 3 main antagonists that all affect the narrative in different ways, yet the film doesn't feel bloated or unfocused at all, balancing all these characters well, and that's due to the amazing writing. Puss and his allies all have great chemistry. Returning character and cast member from the 2011 movie, Kitty Softballs, voiced by Salma Hayek, is a well fleshed out character who isn't just Puss's female sidekick, only there to be a love interest. Newcomer Perito is an adorable chihuahua voiced by Harvey Gillen, who provides great comedic moments but also the heart of the film. If I had to nitpick and have one complaint about the movie, it's that I just wish it was a bit longer. I wish the final fight was a bit longer. It was great. It just felt like I just wanted a bit more. But other than that, this movie is near perfection. Every frame is a painting. Every moment is amazing. Every piece of dialogue is memorable and effective and funny and just great. Some of the humor in this is just like so funny. Like there's bits in this film, I won't spoil it if you haven't watched it, but when you get to it, you will understand why I love this movie. When you watch the movie, you'll understand why I love this movie, because overall, The Last Wish offers an entertaining and genuinely thought-provoking story with characters who feel like real people, and a cast with amazing talent and chemistry, alongside a tantalizing action display of innovative animation with stylistic finesse. A definite, very high curry rice. I genuinely think when I next watch this movie, it's probably just gonna jump up to a rice ceremony. It just feels like I'm not going to like it less the second time. I'm most likely gonna like it more, because every time I think about this movie, I can't find faults. I find more to love. My next video should be a review on a less good movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, but I'll save my thoughts for that video. that should be coming very soon. Onto a bad movie, I guess. Just kidding. It wasn't that bad. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a nice day.